Hello, it is Anne Alexson here this morning, speaking to you from a bit of a gloomy day in Brisbane. And today I want to talk to you about something very, very close to my heart, and I imagine it's very close to your heart as well. Thank you for joining me. Here's what happened this morning. So I've been sitting here and I've been busily working in my business and doing things and feeling inspired. But I noticed that I was humming something this morning. I noticed that I was humming a very, very old song from my childhood. And you might know it. I'm not going to hum it and I'm not going to sing it because I'm just not comfortable doing that. I'm not quite ready to be that vulnerable. It's just started raining outside, so I hope it's not going to get too noisy. So I have this song playing in my head all morning, and I've just kind of tuned into it and gone, what are you trying to tell me? So let me first of all share what that song is. It is a song called If You Could Talk to the Animals. I don't know if you remember it. If you could talk to the animals, just imagine it. And something about talking to chimpanzees, and it goes on and on. But if you could talk to the animals, just imagine it. And so I thought, well, I asked the song actually, what are you trying to say to me? What are you asking me to speak about today? Because every day I put out an intention that I'd like to do a Facebook Live, and I'd like it to be relevant, I'd like it to be inspirational, I'd even like it to be transformational. And so I figured that this song that I've been humming all morning must be the answer to that. So I'm humming, if I could talk to the animals, just imagine it. And the answer came to me, what today I want to talk to you about today. So I started to replace the words in that song, and rather than if I could talk to the animals, I started singing if I could talk to my future self. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. That's what I want to encourage you to do today, particularly as we're getting closer and closer and closer to the end of 2017 and therefore to the beginning of 2018. 2018 is showing itself as a beautiful, beautiful energy. It looks like it's going to be an incredible year for those who've been on their awakening journey, for those who have been becoming self-responsible, starting to step into their sovereign self. 2018 is promising to be quite life-changing. It's time for those of us who have been on these journeys, who have transformational work to offer, often in the spiritual arena, but not always. It's time for us to truly start receiving what we desire from our service. So isn't that a wonderful, wonderful thing? So if you're here with me and you are ready to start receiving what you desire through putting your service out there into the world, I would absolutely love for you to either share a yes with me or click on and share some hearts or some love with me so that I know you're there, so that I know that what I'm saying is of interest to you. Let me know that you're there. Say hello. I'm not seeing any comments. That can sometimes be a little glitch with Facebook. Excuse me while I adjust myself. Ah, fabulous, Lee. So you are there. Fantastic. Thank you for letting me know. Dornell, absolutely. Service does bring joy. And now it's time for us to allow service to bring financial benefit to us as well. Because so many of us have given of our service in such a unconditional way, and we've not received the recompense. We've not received in equal exchange for that. Yes, energetically, absolutely, but energy doesn't pay for the rent, does it? So thanks, guys. Thanks, Tanya. Thanks, Rachel. And thanks, Dornell, as well. So fantastic. So let me continue on my little story. I've been sitting here this morning humming that song, If I Could Talk to the Animals, Just Imagine It. I can't remember the rest of it. I wanted to find it and play it, but then I thought Facebook will probably not allow my video to be shown if I've got music in there that doesn't belong to me. All the practical things that you have to think about when all you want to do is share a message. So it got me thinking, and I started to change the words of that song to be, if I could talk to my future self. If I could talk to my future self, just imagine it. So I want you to imagine it. I want you to imagine that you can talk to yourself as you are in exactly 12 months. So the beginning of December 2018. If you could talk to your future self and have a conversation with your future self. And I'd like to suggest some questions that you might ask. Of course, you can have some other questions. But I think really the very important ones are, how did I get here? So me, as I stand here today, December 2017, speaking to my future self, who is in December 2018, and saying to that future self, I'm imagining that my future self is sitting here beside me, by the way. I could feel her energetically. And so I would say to her, how did I get here? How did I get here? And I would ask her about the life that I'm living. I would ask her about what I've achieved over the last 12 months. And I would allow myself to express the things that I wanted to achieve over the last 12 months. Over the next 12 months, I should say. So from me right here, expressing what I'd like to achieve over the next 12 months, and then having a conversation with my future self to say, how did I go? How did I get here? What did I do? What thing did I do on December I don't know what the date is. On December the 4th, because I'm in Australia, so it's December the 4th. What future self, what did I do on December the 4th that changed me? What did I do that transformed my service to the world? What did I do that started to take me to a place of owning my purpose, my service, and claiming the richness of my life, claiming the perfection of my life, claiming all of the things that I've been trying to create this year that haven't yet come to pass. Future self, how did I get here? What's the one thing that I did today? And I'll ask the same question tomorrow. What's the one thing that I did on December the 4th? What's the one thing that I did on December the 5th? What's the one thing that I did on December the 6th in order to become you, my future self, in December 2018? So what started out for me today as a loop of a song from my childhood, what if I could talk to the animals, has now turned into a conversation. If I could talk to my future self, what would I ask? The most important question being, of course, how did I get here? What thing did I do today in order to allow me to get to December 2018 version of me? So I'm going to suggest that you ask that question today. Now, of course, there is a pre-work step to that. Thank you, Mariko. There's a pre-work question. I'm assuming, of course, that because you're simply part of the conscious community, that you are aware of what you do want to create. You are aware of your purpose. You are aware of what you want to give to the world. So, assuming that your future self has become that, ask your future self today, what did I do today? What's the one thing that I did today that started to allow me to become you? So I want to leave you with that today. Ask that question. Let the answer come through in whichever way you receive your messages. It will come through in some way if you simply allow it to do so. Don't keep looking for it, just allow it to start being delivered to you through whichever way you normally receive your messages, number plates, random phone calls, which I had the other day. Hello, is that you, Esther? The lady said to me on the phone. There's a story around that, which I've shared in the Mystery School for Women. So if you're part of that group, have a look for that post. It's really funny. I want to leave you with that today, to start talking to your future self. Start asking your future self how you got to where you are in December 2018, having achieved all of your desires and goals, and having started to manifest your mission, make money, and change the world. Fantastically, already coming through on a number plate. That's fabulous. I get the number plates too. I was just telling some of the beautiful members of my Inspiration Club on our call this morning, our open office hours, that every single time a car cuts me off, I know immediately that the number plate is going to say 911 every single time. If I start, getting into that, someone's cutting me off, so I start getting a little bit aggro at them and saying, "Oh, you bloody idiot," or worse, I immediately remember that I need to look at the number plate, and every single time it's 911. That's a very important message for me that's been coming through for many, many years. So number plates are great, absolutely, however your messages come through. But if I could talk to my future self, just imagine that. Talk to your future self today. Find out how you got where you're going. What's the thing that you did today to set that off? And then go do that thing. Thanks for joining me. I will talk to you again soon. Bye for now.